Honestly, I always feel a little bit nervous that they're not going to like it. That's a really weird thing. I think I always feel like, oh, I could have done even more. I could have done this. So I'm always really hopeful. You could ask the girls that work for me. I'm always like, I hope they like it. And I'm genuine about that. I hope that they was what they wanted, because sometimes people are so excited and you want to give them what they want. So I'm always hopeful that that's exactly what they wanted. And I find that I rarely have somebody who's upset. It's usually all in my mind, but. This is a groom's cake, which is another item that's become kind of popular, and they're having theirs. Sometimes people have them at the wedding, other people will have them the evening before a rehearsal dinner, so that way they have cake for that evening as well. But the groom is a big Cubs fan, and apparently it's not summertime until he has had nachos and a helmet at Wrigley Field, and so she thought that that would be a kind of a fun thing to replicate with a cake, and it's a little gross, but it's kind of fun. And then he's a big old style fan as well, so she thought we'd get that in there, and then we could kind of personalize it with their names and everything. And I decided to make it look like it's spilled because it's just more fun. It's pumpkin cake inside, because that's what the groom's favorite flavor is, and so that's really the core of it. So you have to bake that, and it's stacked 3 layers high, buttercream in each center, and then it's kind of carved so that it's rounded like this, so that takes a little bit of time. And then you need to put, a nice layer of buttercream and basically get the essential shape before the fondant goes on it. And the fondant is the blue stuff you see, and that's rolled out, put over, and then kind of shaped. And then all these individual little pieces are either what's called gum paste or fondant. The chips are gum paste because they formed very stiff, just like a chip, so that they'd stand straight up. And then the rest is just fondant. And then to kind of create the cheese, and what I'm about to put on right now is royal icing. So it's kind of what you'd have on a sugar cookie. So it dries kind of crunchy, so that it'll be kind of crunchy on the top there. But so it's just a sugary, dyed like the color of cheese, which is again a little gross. And then down here, to keep it shiny, that's just piping gel and water. And then the can is sculpted Rice Krispie treats covered in fondant. So that allows it to be really stiff and solid, and I can nicely work with that. Yeah, started in the beginning of the week with each character, and the characters varied in the amount of time that they took. Like the corpse bride that was on the top, she took about 3 hours, just with all her hand painting and her facial expression. But for example, the little Frankenweenie dog, he took me about an hour. So less, for each character. Sally with her cat took a pretty substantial amount of time too. And then obviously the cake itself had hand painting on it. It had parts, where characters were popping out. It had little sculpted crazy Tim Burton scrolls on it. So it was fun, but it was a lot of work, hours and hours. I was here really, really late that Friday. I like the world of custom, which I know is bizarre in today's age, where it's all about more. This is fun for me, and so I don't want to lose that.